Down by the old mill stream where I first met you. You know, I haven't felt like this since VE day.
Hey, Lizzie, what's wrong? You in pain or something?
Bloody cheek.
Birdsworth, it's all right, Burns. Go back to sleep.
You know something? You're a bit of all right too, Miss Ferguson. My bloody oath you are.
Oh, it must be hard for you, Lizzie, not being able to get a drink in here. But you all laid in quite a supply a while back, didn't you?
Did we what? And you should have seen the poor old screws looking for it. They were looking everywhere, but we fooled them.
Did you?
Yeah, they gave up at the finish. And you know something? It was right under their noses in the old boiler in the boiler room.
He's not going to get 1 cent of my father's money.
No, Anna, you can't do a deal with him without the money. What are you talking about?
It's going back to the estate.
No. No, it can't. What about Elizabeth? What about your mother?
Once he realises he can't get his hands on it, it's the end of the whole thing. He'll leave us all alone.
Like bloody hell he will.
He's not getting anything.
You bloody stupid bitch. If he touches one hair on Elizabeth's head, I'll kill you. And I'll kill your mother.
Oh, Birdsworth, come on, you'll miss breakfast. Hurry up.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure.
See?
Oh, God.
Lizzie, are you all right?
Oh, God. Let me die. Kill me. Get it over.
You on the booze, Lizzie?
Who, me? I haven't touched a drop since...
Oh. She's been on it all right.
But how?
Me head
Now,
hurts.
come on, where did you get it?
The freak. Until he died, she offered me a whole bottle. Scotch it was. Black label or something. Oh, God, who cares except me? Oh, guts.
Bloody hell, Lizzie, why do you reckon the freak's doing this again?
Why do you think she wants to know something? Now, come on, what did you tell her, Lizzie? This could be serious.
Oh, I don't know. I might have told her about the still.
The still, but that's past history.
You told her where it was, didn't you?
I can't remember, but I might have,
You
though.
stupid old cow.
Screwsby, what's going on now?
Oh, fur goes on to us. Have to nip this in the bud. Come on, give us a hand.
Come on.
Oh, God, now let me die.
Come on, ladies.
What's going on?
Oh, and everybody stop shouting.
Lizzie's not feeling too good, Mrs. Morris.
What's the matter, Lizzie? It's not your heart, is it?
No, I wish it was.
Oh, I think it's her stomach, Mrs. M. I think we better get her to see Sister Frank as soon as possible.
Well, perhaps you're right. Take her straight to the infirmary and then come back here.
Come on.
Oh.
For God's sake, will you just listen to me for a minute?
You're amazing, Chrissie. You just don't understand, do you?
He's got my kid. That's all I'm interested in. Now, if you go and tell the cops about the money, he's going to kill her.
Look, I'll explain it to you once again. Duncan is a businessman. He's only interested in the money. Now, if the police beat him to it, he'll fade into the background. There's no profit in revenge. Now, is that clear?
But you don't know that for sure, you silly bitch.
What do you think you two are doing? Come on, get moving.
Mrs. Powell, may I see you a minute, please?
What about?
I'm ready to talk to the police about...
No!
I'm ready to talk to the police about the robbery I was involved in. Will you tell them I'd like to see them, please?
Yes, I can do that. Now, come on, hurry.
Oh.
Donna, what's wrong?
Gotta get Des. Gotta find Des. Come on. Hello? It's Donna here. Donna. Look, I'm really sick, Des. I need your help. What? Yeah, of course I'll pay you tomorrow.
Give me the stuff and I'll go out and get it. What? Hello? Oh, you bastard. Oh, Donna. Oh,
Donna, you're shivering.
I'm sick, Lizzie. You've got to help me.
I thought you said you were taking me to the hospital.
You shut up, Lizzie. Sometimes you're more trouble than you're worth.
Oh, that's bloody lovely, that is. That's the trouble with this world today. The young ones have got no respect for their elders.
Keep her quiet, will you, Doreen?
Zip your lip, Lizzie. You're the cause of most of the strife today.
Well, maybe I am and maybe I'm not. I can't remember.
Well, we're not taking any chances. That rotten bitch is not winning another round with us. Not if I can help it. Come on, Doreen. Find all the junk you can and chuck it in here. Well, come on, Lizzie. Jump to it.
Oh, Bea, I couldn't even pull the skin off a rice pudding.
Lizzie!
Don't you reckon she would have checked this last night?
Yeah, I reckon she probably has. But she'll want to show Davo, and she doesn't come back on duty for another couple of hours. Now, come on, let's get going. Come on, Lizzie. We're supposed to be in the hospital.
Oh, forget the hospital. Take me to the morgue.
Well, I'm afraid I can't tell you any more than that, Sergeant. She just said she wanted to speak about the robbery, and could I contact you? Yes, sure. I'll have her ready for you. Right. Bye. Morning, Mrs. Davidson.
Good morning. What was that all about?
Not sure, really, but Simpson asked me to contact the police, so I presume she wants to tell them where the money is.
Yes, it was quite a bit, I believe. About $100,000.
Yes, I must admit I'd be tempted myself at the moment. We could certainly do with that amount at the halfway house.
Oh, that. Is the department still going to become involved?
Well, I certainly hope so. Mr. Douglas is coming in to speak to me about it later this morning.
Oh, surely he doesn't approve of it.
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, the women are hard enough to control in here. Just think what they'd be like let loose on the outside.
What you both seem to be forgetting is that quite a number of our women are in here for very minor offences.
Oh, yes, well, that may be, Governor, but once in here, they soon show their true colours. I mean, look at that still they made. There was alcohol all over the place.
We aren't certain there was a still.
Yes, we are, Governor. I found it last night.
I can't understand why you didn't tell Mrs. Powell.
Well, I was going to, but she was in such a hurry to make that phone call, I didn't get a chance.
I see. Now, I take it the still is in here.
That's right.
But Mrs. Powell assured me the boiler room had been thoroughly searched.
Not quite. Now, I don't blame her for missing it. If it hadn't been for my informer, I wouldn't have thought of looking in here at all.
Informer? You mean someone volunteered the information?
Well, I didn't use force, if that's what you mean. I don't believe in it.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Now, still. Well, it's very unusual, I'll agree, but are you sure it's a still?
I've seen similar. It wasn't in here last night. It wasn't.
It's quite all right, Miss Ferguson. I do understand this place can play tricks on you after lights out. Now, if you will excuse me, I have an appointment with Mr. Douglas.
Well, I hardly think that was necessary, do you, Doreen?
I must admit, I was extremely shocked, Bea. What do you reckon, Lizzie?
Oh, God, did she have to slam the bloody door?
Eat something, Lizzie. It'll make you feel better.
Oh, after that medicine they gave me, I feel worse than ever.
B, it's not how it looked. I didn't mean to get anyone into trouble.
How much is the sugar, will you, Hannah?
Sugar? You've got to give me a chance to explain. I didn't set Hannah up so I could take her place in the escape.
God, this tea's strong. Put hairs on an elephant's tongue.
Isn't anyone going to listen to me? Hannah? You know what he's going to do to Elizabeth.
I'm not going to explain it again, Chrissie.
For God's sake, what are you lot trying to do to me?
Simpson, the police are here to see you.
Hannah, don't do it, please.
Simpson, coming, Mrs. Powell.
Hannah, if anything happens to my kid, I'll kill you, I swear it.
Sit down and shut up.
What are you looking at? Why did you help me?
Well, you should see a doctor. I don't know what else to do.
No, doctors. Can't you get me some money? Oh, I just need one hit and then I can get back to work.
You can't work. What about your face?
So I'll find a kinky client. Don't hassle me, will you?
Those guys didn't bash you up for the rent, did they? I went through all that just to get money for your habit.
Oh, that's all I need. A sermon. I'll get my get my own money.
Don't worry. I'll get it for you.
I'm sorry, Susie. I just feel so sick. I just feel so sick. Bea, I've got to talk to you.
Bug off.
Please, just give me a chance. I'm worried sick about my kid.
Fair enough. If we could do anything for your kid, we would, but you ran out of chances when you ran out on Hannah.
Nothing to do, Latham? Well, Birdsworth, decided to play a little game, did you? Was it your idea to remove the evidence?
Well, Miss Ferguson, so you decided to come in here and cheer us up with your bright, breezy presence, have you?
I might have known you'd be behind it, Smith.
Behind what, Miss Ferguson?
I'm not finished yet. Just remember that, the lot of you.
Good, because we haven't started.
All right, now just get on with your work.
Well, I suppose we all better get on with it. Oh, Miss Ferguson, if you'd like to drop in your other uniform later, we'll put it in the dryer for you.
What's so funny, Simpson?
Nothing, I was just...
Just laughing? Well, you can spend the afternoon on toilet duty. Let's see if you can find that so funny.
That's not fair.
And they better be clean, otherwise you stay there until they are.
But all she did was smile.
Hey, Ferguson, why don't you take it out on me? Or are you too scared?
Your turn will come, Smith. Don't you worry about that.
Bitch.
Butch, don't you mean? Don't worry, we'll fix her.
But how, Bea?
Well, for starters, we'll all clean the toilets in our break. What do you say, girls?
Yeah.
Well, except for you, Lizzie. I think you've spent quite enough time in there today. We won't need you either, Latham. Taking you to clean the toilets would be like taking coals to Newcastle.
Bryant, what are you doing here?
I've got an appointment.
I can't make it on the outside, huh? Come back to be readmitted?
I've got an appointment with the governor and Mr. Douglas.
What for?
To discuss the halfway house, if you must know.
Well, I suppose if you've nothing else to do with your time, you might as well waste it on that as anything else. Sign.
You're going to be very unhappy when the halfway house succeeds. I've already signed.
Oh, afternoon, Judy.
Hello, Mrs. Morris.
Mrs. Davidson will see you now. Are you ready for the fray?
You bet. I've been limbering up. Some women get into trouble just because they can't cope with life on the outside. Now, these women don't need jail. They need support and understanding. If there's no halfway house, then they'll have to go to jail. They've got nowhere else to go.
Yes, Bryant, look, we know all that, but you must be aware that running an institution like this...
It's not an institution.
...is not something to be taken lightly.
Well, who's taking it lightly?
Responsibilities are enormous.
Don't you think I realize that?
It needs a trained personnel with a good background. Now, Now, don't take this personally, but, well, your background hardly stands close inspection.
Now we're getting down to it, aren't we? Don't take it personally.
Mr. Douglas, it does seem as though we're getting down to personalities rather than issues.
Personalities are the issues.
I don't believe this is happening.
For a start, the department thinks it should control who stays in the house.
Oh, come off it.
Well, it'd be unwise to take in juveniles along with alcoholics and drug addicts.
You gotta be kidding.
Oh, far from it.
Well, who the hell are we supposed to take in then? Jaywalkers? Susie Driscoll is a juvenile. Lizzie Birdsworth is an alcoholic. Everyone agrees that Wentworth is the wrong place for them. The halfway house would be ideal. Are you going to tell me to turn them away?
The department is putting up 2/3 of the money, Bryant. I think we should have the right to say how it's run.
Well, then at least listen to someone who understands what the women need. And I do know because I've been there. I haven't got my ideas out of books. And the last thing in the world that any woman wants is to be reminded where she came from by some smart-ass academic. You tell me not to take it personally, huh? Well, I do take it personally because I'm an ex-con. Oh, what's the use of talking to you? I'm the last person in the world you'd listen to anyway.
Bryant.
What?
Sign out.
Oh, yes. Mustn't forget the procedures, must we?
Oh, what happened? Have a nice meeting?
Yes, you would have loved it.
Oh, what a shame. Well, I don't want to say I told you so.
Then don't. Otherwise, I might forget that you're not a lady.
Judy.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Morris. I mean, that man just got to me in there. What does he know about women?
Absolutely nothing. But you just have to learn to deal with people like that. I mean, you mustn't attack at the slightest provocation or you'll ruin everything.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what got into me. I just don't think I'm cut out for this job. I'm too emotional.
You'll learn, just like we all have to. Besides, you don't want to let all those women down who've made the soft toys for you, do you?
Don't worry, I won't. Look, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
So, she got in a huff and blew it, eh?
Don't worry. It'll smooth itself out.
Look, Erica, I've made myself clear. There's no point discussing it any further. Now, I am busy, so if you'll excuse me...
Ted, it will cost under $2,000 a week to run a house that will accommodate 10 people. Do you know how much it costs to keep one prisoner in Wentworth?
Oh, well, no, I can't say I do. Not offhand, anyway.
$1,000 a week.
So?
Well, I'm sure if you reminded the minister of that and pointed out the savings to the department, he would be quite pleased.
Yes. Well, he knows all this, of course. But as you say, it wouldn't hurt to remind him. All right, Erica, I'll get back to you on this one. You sure of that, are you? 1,000 a week?
Quite sure.
Yes.
Oh, how much? $80. I thought you were going to help me. Well, thanks a lot. That's not even enough for one hit. I still owe the pusher $1,000.
Well, the last guy wouldn't pay. I had to put up with him crawling all over me. And then he wouldn't pay. Well, what the hell do you expect me to do?
Please, Susie. Why don't you take those pills I gave you? They'll help you.
I'm not taking dope.
Just give it one more go, please.
Okay.
Oh, thanks. I've got to make a deal.
Suspects made another deal. We'll follow the woman. Unit 3, follow the pusher.
The trouble started this morning when council workers arrived to cut down the 75-year-old...
Do we have to have the television on? Yes, we do, so sod off.
Cut it out, you two. Now, come on, give us a hand with these soft toys. You never know when you might need the halfway house yourself someday.
The birth of his daughter Edith. Later became the first female member of Parliament.
I'm not very good at hand sewing, but I can cut something out.
Oh, cuts out a giraffe, will you, love? I like making them.
Problem with the local sewage system.
Look, we know you've got a problem and we're all as worried as you are, but this project is for all of us, so get to it.
Not until I've found out what's happened to her. Bug off.
Well, let's hope there was no
Careful.
yellow ribbons tied to it.
Don't you come near me with me, Bea. I just don't care anymore. My little girl could be out there somewhere dead.
Now, you have upset a lot of people around here, and none of them like you one little bit. We know you've got problems and we're laying off you, but don't push your luck.
Shut up.
He said that the thieves had proved to be violent and that he could not jeopardize his source of information.
Oh, stuff his source of information. What about my little girl?
You've got nothing to worry about unless you tell the police about Duncan. So use your brains and keep your mouth shut.
Okay, good. Anyone else live here? Don't worry, you'll find out. Take her down, I'll search the flat. We'll keep this place under surveillance for a few days.
There's been a bust. They got Donna.
Oh, no. Is she all right?
Oh, forget her. The cops have followed her back to the flat, so they're sure to find out about you.
But then they'll put me back inside.
That's right.
Oh, no. Then they'll find out I'm on the game.
Unless I look after you.
What do you mean?
Well, with the cops watching Donna's place, you better stay at the work flat. I'm going to call the whole operation off anyway, just in case she blabs. Well, what do you say?
Thanks, Des. Well, thanks a lot. If I go back inside, Bea'll thump me.
Come on, let's get you off the street.
It's the kid I'm worried about. I don't give a damn if a brick fell on her head. But the kid. You sure your theory about this Duncan's right?
I'm positive. He's a shrewd operator, Bea. He knows when to cut his losses. Hell, my mother's out there too, remember?
Yeah, fair enough. Just having second thoughts, that's all.
Chrissie? What? The police have just phoned. They found Elizabeth. She's safe and well. They found her in a shopping centre. Abandoned, but safe.
I'm sorry, Mr. Campbell. I'm not having anything more to do with my sister-in-law, and that goes for her friends too.
Believe me, Mrs. Latham, I don't blame you. But I've grown quite fond of Libby, and I was quite shocked when I heard about the abduction. I just wanted to make sure she was all right.
Yes, well, come in. Libby's quite all right. No thanks to her mother. Look, I'm sorry for what I said just now. It's just, I don't want to take any more chances.
No, I don't blame you. In fact, if you'd let me, I'd like to help.
How?
Moral support? Money?
But why?
Well, let's just say that, in my opinion, I think Libby deserves something better than Chrissie.
She's an idiot. Anyone who'd do that to her own child doesn't deserve to have it. In fact, she's made me more determined than ever that I'm doing the right thing.
Oh?
I've served papers for full custody of Libby. In fact, the hearing's quite soon.
I couldn't agree more. Where's Libby now?
Sleeping peacefully, thank God.
Well, as I say, anything you want. If you're going to fight for custody, you'll need money. Come to me. Here's my card.
Thanks very much.
And should the police ask you any questions, you know, I'm really just concerned about Libby.
Yes, of course. I do appreciate it, Mr. Campbell.
Well, I'm off till tomorrow afternoon. I'll be glad to get a rest from this place.
Losing your dedication?
Let's just say it's changing. This place isn't what it used to be.
Not strict enough.
It's too strict. The attitudes of certain staff members have been a bit hard to stomach lately.
Oh, come on, Meg. What would we do if you left?
You know what really interests me? The halfway house idea. I'd really like to help Judy with that. I really would.
The ex-warder and the ex-con.
Now, don't you start talking like that.
Once a crim, always a crim.
Just because you've had a couple of bad experiences, don't lump all prisoners together. What sort of a generalisation is that?
From what I've heard, it'll never get off the ground anyway.
Don't you believe it? We haven't finished with the department yet. It will get off the ground, and I'd like to be a part of it. I really would.
Right, you two, off to the showers. You lovers had a tiff. Right, get over there on that white line. You are Donna Mary Mason? Are you deaf?
Sorry.
You are Donna Mary Mason?
Yes.
And you are being held on remand for charges of drug trafficking, possession, and soliciting for the purposes of prostitution. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Yes.
Right. Get over there by the desk. Over there.
You got any bag?
Had one. I can't remember where I put it, though.
Well, it'll turn up sooner or later. Cigarettes. Cigarette lighter. Key. And one tissue.
We'll have to find something for you to do in here, won't we? After such an exciting life, we wouldn't want you to get bored.
Sign there, please.
Right, Mason, over here. Well, go through there, strip off and shower. Then we'll arrange a little tour for you. You want to find your way around the place. You might be in here for a long, long time.
Why the hell do they send junkies in here?
It's the best place for them. We'll straighten them out. Well, you better supervise breakfast.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
All right, Anna, where is it? Where's my bra?
What are you talking about?
Don't you play silly buggers with me, you silly bitch. Just hand it over.
What would I want with your bra? I mean, it's bad enough sleeping in the same cell with you, let alone wearing your clothes.
The bleeding money was in there as if you didn't know. You saw me put it in there.
You mean you've left it in there all this time?
Yeah, till you got your little mitts on it, yeah.
I didn't touch your money. I didn't think you'd be stupid enough to leave it in there, though.
Well, I've been through 2 searches, haven't I?
Well, why pick on me?
Because you're the only one who knew I put it there.
You're the Peter thief, remember, not me.
You talk about morals and money. It's just a load of bull. I want my money, Anna.
Let go of me. I don't know what it's about already.
My money, Anna.
I don't know
Cut it out, Chrissie. Get off.
Back off, Latham. Right, now who started this, Simpson?
Oh, come on, isn't it obvious?
Get back to work, Smith. Now, maybe you'll think twice before you start another fight, Simpson.
How do you work that out? It's obvious she's getting the worst of it.
Are you still here, Smith? Get back to work. Right. So much for you two lovebirds. Now, next time you try to break up your affair, don't be so messy about it. Now, clean this mess up, Simpson. Latham, back to work.
Okay, rack off. Yeah, the little Miss Latham's getting friendly with the freak. The freak's gone soft, and I'm not prepared to believe that for a minute.
Yeah, you would have thought they'd been to a prayer meeting instead of having a punch-up. See, if it had been you or I, we'd be straight to the pound, no questions asked.
Yeah, makes you think something funny's going on, doesn't it? Mind you, it wouldn't be the first time Chrissie had sucked up to the screws. We're going to have to keep an eye on the pair of them. Well, if it isn't Teacher's pet.
Now, look, Bea, I don't want no trouble. I've had enough for one day.
Oh, really? Too bad I haven't started.
Just lay off me, will you? Can't you see I'm getting it from both sides?
Lucky you.
How come you weren't throwing the pound for bashing Simpson? And what's going on between you and Ferguson?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you'd better think, because I want some answers, and I want them pretty soon.
And this is the laundry. But as you're only on remand, you're not obliged to work. Everybody, this is Donna Mason.
Hi. You've got to tell you, if you don't like the food, you're not obliged to eat.
And if you don't like the screws, you're not obliged...
That's enough. Get back to work, Smith. I'll leave you here, Mason. Anything you want to know, ask an officer.
What are you in for?
Soliciting.
Soliciting, eh? You don't know Judy Bryant, do you?
What? What are you getting at? How would she know Jude?
Didn't you say that Jude was talking about a pro called Donna the other day? The one that Susie's staying with.
Oh, yeah, but there must be millions of pros called Donna.
You mean Susie Driscoll?
Yes, Susie Driscoll. What do you know about her?
Nothing much, I just know, that's all.
How and where?
Need somewhere to stay, so I put her up.
Oh, well, that's all right. At least we know she's okay.
Yeah. Terrific. Wentworth Detention Centre. Just one moment, please.
You're on the phone, Judy?
Yeah, only till the tortoise gets back.
I don't know how that new girl's going to make it through the night.
Donna Mason? Oh, you leave her to me. I've had plenty of experience with junkies. When they start screaming, you just don't worry. They're only looking for attention.
I hope she's all right till morning. Sister Franklin will know what to do.
I told you what to do. Leave it to me. Wentworth Detention Centre.
Could I speak to Miss Ferguson, please?
Speaking.
Oh, it's Brenda Latham here.
Yes, Mrs. Latham.
I'm ringing to arrange the visit with Chrissie. Remember you offered to act as a character witness against her at the custody hearing?
Did I say that?
Yes.
Well, then, if I said it, of course, I'll do it.
Thank you. I've been told that the pre-trial is next week. Apparently, Chrissie's escape will go against her in the court.
I think you're right. I'd certainly do the same in your position. Now, what time do you want your visit? Right, that'll be fine. Goodbye. If ever there's a riot, I must get you to stand in for me. Don't panic. I'm not going to touch you. I just want to finish our little talk. Why did you bash Hannah?
Why don't you mind your own business?
All right. Now, we can handle this thing two ways. You tell me the truth, or I put you in solitary. Well?
She put my daughter's life in danger, and she...
And what?
She stole some money.
Money?
Yeah.
How would you get money in here for her to steal?
Who said I brought it in? You had it. Where's the money?
What money?
You'll never get away with this. I'll report you. I'll demand a search.
Oh, don't be stupid, Latham. You surely don't think the money's still in here?
You bloody bitch!
You keep that up and you'll lose everything, including the visit you've got today.
Is it?
Yeah. Your sister-in-law's coming to see you. That should make you very happy.
Back again?
Yeah.
Would it be easy if I just made up your old cell for you?
Oh, thanks, but no thanks. I just came in to get the stuffed toys women are making for the shop.
Sure. Take a seat and I'll get them for you.
Thanks.
Judy!
Hello, Mrs. Morris.
Just the person I wanted to see. Did Mrs. Davidson call you?
No phone, remember? What'd she want?
Apparently, Mr. Douglas has managed to convince the minister to accept your conditions on the halfway house.
You're kidding.
No. He called a couple of hours ago. It's all systems go.
But that's fantastic. Oh, my God. You realize what this means? Mind you, how I'm going to run that place all by myself's a bit of a worry. You don't want a job, do you?
Well, it's not as crazy as it sounds.
I was only joking.
Why? I mean, I know how the system works.
Yeah, I know that, but you're part of the system.
But don't you...
I mean, look, Mrs. Morris, you've never been a prisoner. You don't know what it's like. I know if there was a popularity poll, you'd win that hands down, but that's not the point. You tell all these women what to do, when to get up, when to sit down, when to go and wash. After a while, some of them can't even think for themselves. That's why they get in so much trouble when they get out of here.
But don't you see, I wouldn't be a warder. I'd resign from here.
Oh, Mrs. Morris, you don't understand. The halfway house, it has to be a place where women can make their own decisions. To have anyone connected with Wentworth working there would just blow the whole project. You understand that, don't you?
Yes. I'm disappointed, of course. But I do respect your argument. So, it's just bad luck, I suppose.
Oh, please.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing, I just feel a bit crook, that's all.
A bit crook? You look bloody awful. So, little Susie's all set up on the outside, is she?
Oh, yeah.
Has she got a job?
I fixed it up myself. She's going real good.
More than I can say for you. What sort of job?
She's working in a chemist, selling cosmetics and things.
Bull.
What do you mean?
You're on the game, right? And yet you want me to believe that you set Susie up in a cushy job like that?
Why don't you just piss off?
Oh, I thought so. A junkie. A smack freak. A pathetic, stinking, lousy little junkie.
Please, you've got to help me, Bea. You're top dog. You could fix it.
Susie was living with you. Well, what's happened to her?
If I don't get a hit, I'll kill myself.
If anything's happened to Susie, I'll save you the trouble.
That's quite a collection you got there.
Isn't that terrific? Oh, the women have been working very hard. Can I use the phone?
Sure. Heather will look after you.
Thanks. I'll just leave these here if that's all right. Can I use the phone?
Well, you were right about the file on Donna Mason. The governor was very interested. Take care of that Mason file, will you?
Nice to know I'm not wrong all the time.
Oh, you can have a good day sometimes, hey? Listen, I think I'll wait till Bryant leaves. You never know.
My name is Brenda Latham. I'm here to visit Christine Latham.
Oh, there you are, Mrs. Latham. It's all right, I'll take over now. And by the way, would you get me the files on Andrews and Young? If you just sign in. So you didn't bring the baby with you. No, that's very wise. Prison is no place for a baby.
Hello? Yeah, could I have a car, please, at the Wentworth Detention Center? Yeah, to, St. Kilda. Bryant. Yeah, thanks.
I'm sorry if I was a bit vague on the phone, but I've thought about what you said, and yes, I'll definitely speak up for you.
Oh, thank you. I knew you would.
Bryant?
Huh?
What about your toys? Isn't that what you came for? Could hardly have been for old time's sake.
Why haven't you brought her in?
Look, I know it's hard, but it's best for Libby, believe me.
Best? Best for who? Best for her? She's my kid. Visits her like gold dust in here, and you haven't brought her in.
I didn't bring her because I thought you'd be able to concentrate better on what I've got to say.
Oh, no. You didn't bring her in because you don't want her to see me. Oh, I know your type. Out of sight, out of mind. Well, that's what you think. Because my baby, she wants me. I know. I've only got to be with her for a few minutes to know that, so why haven't you brought her in?
I told you.
I want the truth.
All right, I didn't bring her because I think you're bad for her, very bad. And that's why I've applied for legal custody of Libby.
Well, you may as well forget that, because there's no way you're getting my permission.
Yeah, I realise that. That's why I've applied for custody without it. Nobody has a good word to say for you. Even Duncan said he'd help me.
Bastard.
Literally no one. Even the prison officers are prepared to testify as character witness against you.
Who?
Officer Ferguson.
You'd believe that big ball dyke before me?
I don't have to. It's the court.
You bitch. You bloody backstabbing bitch. Oh, it's all right. I'm not going to hit her. I wouldn't waste my time. You will never get my kid. Never. No way. Especially not you. I'd rather see her go anywhere than be with you. I had the kid you always wanted. Well, bad bloody luck, because she's mine. You're never going to get her. No matter how many tricks you play. Visit's over. You can chuck the rubbish out now.
I don't know. Things seem to go from bad to worse around here. You no sooner get one lot of screws broken in, they leave or get sick or go stupid.
Well, you always said that the only good screw is a screw loose.
Did I say that? I should be locked up.
I know what you mean, but do you think we'll ever get the freak to sit up and do tricks?
Oh, stranger things have happened.
Well, look what the cat's dragged in.
How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. No thanks to Chrissie, though.
So what was it all about?
I suppose you'll have to find out sooner or later. I had to pay Chrissie before she'd help me with the escape.
Oh, sounds like Chrissie, all heart.
Anyway, Duncan paid her off, and now she claims that I stole it.
Well, it must have been a fair bit the way she was carrying on.
2,000.
Bloody hell.
Struth, why don't you contact me next time you need some help with an escape?
I didn't take it, B, honestly. I've only stolen once in my life. That's why I'm here.
Fair enough.
Well, how would she smuggle $2,000 in here in the first place?
That's not the point. If she's right, and she didn't steal it, and she did have it, then there's someone walking around here with an awful lot of dough. Now, I wonder who that could be.
Oh, please, somebody help me. Ow.
It's the other one that interests me. Susie Driscoll. Find out anything you can about it.
Susie! What the hell?
Susie, that who you're looking for?
No, I think I got the wrong address.
I don't think so. Now, what's your association with Donna Mason?
Hope you don't behave like that in front of your sister-in-law, after all she's done for you. She takes care of that kid of yours as if it were her own, doesn't she? Oh, yes, I nearly forgot that might well be the case soon. Oh, I hope the court doesn't get to hear about this little episode. They might not think you're a fit mother. And, of course, there are lots of things that I'd be only too willing to tell the court. So clean this up.
You tell them nothing, you bitch!
Come on, Latham. You can do better than that.
Give me roses. I wish he could again, but that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down, but the sun and rain prisoners too. When morning comes around, last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. goes around.